Hello, Tim.
Hi, Rich. How are you?
I'm okay. Long time no see. How have you been?
You know what? I been lonely.
Yeah?
Yeah, just sitting in a dark room, being alone.
You're so lucky. My friends all make fun of me.
Oh, you could just close the door.
Why are you here? Like you could literally do anything you want. I'm trapped here, Tim. I have no other marketable skills. The only way I can make money is by monetizing my old high school friends teasing me.
It just makes me feel better about myself, seeing this, knowing that I can go home.
That you're better than I am.
Yeah.
That's the service I provide.
Thank you. I'll pay for you to do that all the
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir.
Bring it up again. You're out the f***ing door.
I know.
Now
I know.
talk about the videos.
Okay. Okay, I'll talk about the videos.
Make me ask you again.
Let's talk about what's on the wheel today.
Let's find out.
Are you excited to watch these tapes?
So excited, Rich. You can't stop me from watching them.
What's the first tape on the wheel?
It's called Tommy Nitro's Karate Adventure.
And it's not a tape at all. It's a DVD.
That is a very amusing observation.
Next we have
The Granny Myth. The real truth about getting older.
I did not screen this one. I don't know where it came from.
Probably Mike's collection.
Okay, next we have Missing. What to do if your child disappears.
I read that way too fast and I thought it said what to do if your child diapers.
No, that's not what this is about at all. Welcome to our comedy show. We're gonna watch missing children tape.
Fun! Michael Lynn Jr., the balloon animal presents. Michael Lynn Jr., the balloon animal presents Twisted Secrets Revealed.
No, that's his name. He is the balloon animal.
He's the balloon animal. And what if he's like twisting his secrets and he's just like, I murdered a hobo once. Here's a flower.
You know what? I'm down for that. That's probably far better than the actual video is gonna be. Next we have On the Road for Rights. America speaks out about choice and individual rights. Is this, but why a car? Why a car? Are we talking about like politics or are we selling automobiles? This looks like the cover for something they're talking about, like rules of the road, something they'd shove you a driver's ed.
Maybe they're just interviewing everybody in the car as they're driving. It's like a taxi going like, so what do you think about rights? Like, this is my stop.
They just drive up to you and they roll down the, what do you think about the Civil Rights Act?
I'll get back to you. Riding with Clarence in the Hilti truck.
2 car things in a row.
Total self-defense with John McSweeney.
That was my turn, Tim.
Oh,
You stepped in. That was my turn.
I'm sorry.
Can I do this one, please?
Please do. Here.
Oh, thank you. Total Self-Defense by John McSweeney.
Chilling out. Jamaica and Juneau. From Jamaica to Juneau. Because, you know, it's a long distance. You're going to bug out.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
And I don't expect you to know the answer to this, but why are puppets always racist? Why? What is it about puppets?
It softens. It softens the racism.
Yeah, it's like
cool.
socially acceptable blackface.
Sure, because it's not actually yours, but your hand's up in it.
Okay, never get lost. with a picture of an old man and what is he holding? Is that a slingshot? Is he holding a slingshot? It's a gun. Is that a gun?
No, it seems it's weird. Whatever it is.
Never get lost in any vehicle or on foot. You are now guaranteed a safe, direct line return. No need for maps. No math. No need for daylight. Works in the dark, in fog or snow. Great for desert drivers. No expensive tools required. A simple compass for only $10 gets the job done easily.
That does not look like a simple compass.
On the backside. Oh, everything's covered by a giant Velcro sticker.
Fun with ventriloquism with Liz Vaughan. Fun with ventriloquism with Liz Von Sagen.
Fun fact.
Yeah?
She's been on the wheel before.
Really?
We've done one of her videos.
Maybe this is why I'm here.
This is the woman.
Because I missed it out last time.
Yeah, this is the woman with the puppet who just wanted to be left alone and watch TV, and this nagging bitch kept interrupting him.
Why is the puppet the same complexion as the woman? This isn't fun.
Maybe he's supposed to be a lighter-skinned Mexican puppet.
Oh, one of those. Here we go.
The Psychic Connection. Exploring the spiritual link between people and animals. That's my jam.
Yeah.
That's my jam.
Yep.
I love a good quack.
I'm gonna go home and use it on all of my cats. If we hopefully get it, please. The Drum Buddy Show with Rick DeLaup. No, it's directed by Rick DeLaup.
And some kind of like disco-looking machine.
Don't fuck this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, let's spin the wheel. Yes! Yes, I love a good quack. Let's hear about that animal-human psychic connection garbage. Can't wait.
It's all good for the soul. Now I just go.
No, we watch the video and then we come back. You've done this before, Tim.
Yeah, I know, but isn't it all just edited?
God.
What is wrong with you?
I just know that I'm not gonna get killed.
But can you really hear the animals? Can you actually go into their minds? Can you truly know what they are thinking and feeling?
No.
Can you carry on
End video.
Oh my goodness, that psychic animal thing was something.
That's right, we absolutely watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you spin the wheel? Because we're too lazy to switch people out this time.
Here we go.
Damn it! Okay. Balloon boy, everybody.
Balloon animal.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
It's shaped like a balloon that's gonna make Balloon boy!
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Oh, so we have to watch the video now. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Macallan Jr., the balloon animal. And thank you for purchasing my video, Twisted Secrets Revealed, Volume 1.
What's so funny, Mike? What are you laughing at? I don't understand.
Pull it out, and I want you to push on it, and then pull out and push again.
Oh no, I'm gonna have a nightmare tonight. Oh God.
A trick somebody had showed me one time, which really seemed to help.
So he has a cameraman.
Yeah.
Wet it in your mouth briefly.
Oh, God,
no.
balloon boy.
Spit on it.
I didn't want to be the first one to say it.
He can't help it.
Oh, God.
We're going to take our finger, we're going to just push it right down inside the balloon. See, we can see it in there.
Quiet on the set. Stand by for pre-spin number 3, comedic banter. Begin comedic banter in 3, 2.
Say comedic banter thing.
What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhino?
Not jokes, comedic banter.
Well,
Recess.
Jesus fucking Christ, Tim. How hard is this?
Begin comedic banter.
How hard is this?
3, 2.
Well, that made my bones hurt.
Much better, much better. Tape land reaction! Tape land reaction!
Here, you're going to see both diagrams laid out.
I thought it was the forest.
No, that was the stream. He did go around the lake, but there's a stream right next to the
Oh,
lake.
that's a lake.
So he can't go to the left, so he's got to do this to the right, which means you have to add more travel.
Help us, Lord.
And then, oh, the alarm sounded.
What are these numbers?
You're late
for class.
What are these figures and numbers? 78 degrees at 14?
The alarm sounded. Now I've got to find the square of the hypotenuse. I've got to find the square.
A vector would then be 14 minutes east. B goes towards north for 3 minutes. Then follow C to the left of the hill. Finally, turn left and go south. Now for the two.
Why not just fucking go south from the first vector of B? You could have fucking just turned.
You're not doing the math right.
Almost 8 minutes. We finish up there in the upper left corner at the end of
Never get lost. You don't need a compass. You just need 3 reams of paper, an axe, several
And
sticks,
a master's degree in mathematics.
100 meters of yarn.
aiming off to the right of your homeward vector.
Look at me. Ba ba ba. What?
He really got in your head.
Look at me. Is that how I sound?
Well, this was a lineup. This was some things that I've never seen before, and hopefully never see again.
And again, you can always take out your ruler just to get a better idea of your measurements.
This was like middle-aged women, lonely women crackpots, and this was lonely male crackpots.
Yeah, it really
Span
does.
the
It's like
genders.
that women are from Mars, men are from Venus, in best of the worst form.
With their failed son sandwiched in the middle.
That's true, yeah. This is a whole family affair tonight. This all tells a cohesive story when you look at them all
It
together.
is the worst of humanity. It's like people, like sad people.
Yeah.
Sad people doing a thing.
Yeah.
Out of loneliness. Oh, wait.
If everybody looks the same in this video, it's like, oh, only you ladies can talk to him.
I'm noticing a similarity with all these quacks.
Aging single ladies.
Yep.
And when did your husband leave you?
It was right after I told him I was psychically communicating with our cat. But I'm sure that's a coincidence.
Oh,
Every one of them!
This lady talks to animals.
Peter Pan?
They don't want to talk to her, though. Tell us all about psychic connections.
It's it's a pro psychic connection with pets people. There are people who communicate with animals, and it seems like it's almost like a job where people hire them to talk to their pets or their farm animals to find out what's wrong with them.
When they're not telemarketers.
They're not telemarketers.
When they're not being
telemarketers. When they're not being telemarketers.
On the side, they take calls from frustrated people who want answers about their pets. Because that's what they had the headsets. The lady and her lover had the headsets on. And they were like, would you like to invest in this timeshare? Oh, wait, hang on, I got another call coming in.
We got a real call.
Your cat's doing what? She's a telemarketer during the day.
It's an emergency hotline. Hold on. Poodle, put that down. Where are you bleeding? Okay.
Well, I'm not sure if you should or shouldn't kill yourself. I'm sorry, what?
Lady talks, and she had a huge flower.
I was talking
Let me
to
see
my
what my cat has to say about it.
I think the person who made this is less of a crackpot than the people they interview in this, because the person who made this, the narration, goes out of its way to not say psychic as much as it can.
Yeah, even though it's in the title of the video.
The psychic that comes up in the title of the video, but when the narration's going on, it's like, communicate with animals.
Telepathy.
That's the people they're interviewing. But the narration is like dancing around it. We're not that crazy, no. But then they talk to the people they're interviewing, and I had a telekinetic experience, and this cat told me they like the color red.
And then they just move on to something else.
His eyes got big, and he ran around behind the flower pot and looked at me, kind of peeking around the flower pot. And I said, "What's the matter?" He said, "How come my thoughts are in your head?" And it was like he suddenly realized that I was picking up his pictures, and he saw a reflection of it in his own mind. It was so funny because he hid and he thought, "You're not supposed to do that."
So funny.
But since a horse was the first animal to ever talk to her, she has a special affinity for horses.
I did learn from this video, though.
My horse helped me write my book about talking to animals. I said, in what order should I talk about the events that happened? And the horse just said, do it alphabetically.
That's a girl.
My horse understands alphabetical order.
Yeah.
According to Anita, she has written several books on animal communication with her.
So you gave her credit in your book then, right?
Gave her a percentage of the sales.
Yeah.
No, they're just lovers. That's clearly obvious. I mean, I'm talking about the horse.
Well, yeah.
What horse
Not the other old lady.
The horse helped her write a book.
Oh. Is the horse got a byline?
And her name is Anita. Anita Horsecock.
Remember the horse understood puns?
Oh, the horse understood
He was
puns.
pissed.
Yeah, he was pissed.
That was his funny way of telling me he had a UTI.
So I said to her, "He says he's pissed off." And she broke up laughing. He had a urinary tract problem. And that was his way of making a joke with her.
Oh.
I don't think horses understand puns.
No.
I just don't believe that. I just don't believe that. Whenever any of these sad ladies would say, like, "Oh, my horse told me through my psychic connection with him," or "My dog said this to me in my mind," it always just put a crack in their believability.
If they have a horse and
the
saying
video is
that,
trying hard to wash these people as sane. Insane watching these people. It really, the video is, but every now and then they say something. It's like, what? What?
Yeah, and the video never dwells on it. It just moves on to the next thing.
And it was a little Pomeranian, and the other dog was a Rottweiler. And the Pomeranian showed me a little saddle being put on the dog's back, and the Pomeranian saying, "I want to ride this dog, so I can really kind of like whip him into shape, really move him where I want him to go," etc. And I thought, oh, I don't know whether I've lost it or not, but I've never had an animal say this. My God, what's going on? So I finally said to her, I said, I have no idea. But I said, I get this little saddle on top, and your dog wants to ride your other dog like a horse. And the woman's response to me was, Carol, I can't believe you got this. I can't believe you got this. In that, this is what I think of all the time. I've actually thought about making a saddle. So my dog can ride my other dog, like a person would ride a horse. And she says,
Maybe it's editing, but every time that they're like, please talk to my horse, it's like, well, they told me this and that and the other thing. It's just like, how many times have you met my horse already? Or donkey. Donkey? Was that the
There was
big
a
ass
giant
donkey?
It was a
Giant
gigantic
donkey.
mule.
Well, this
And they said in the video that some animals, specifically like horses, are liars.
my horse will tell people that he is 5 years old when he indeed is 24 years old. And the reason being is, he said, you know,
Lying horse. Lying fucking horse.
Why specifically horses?
I think the most telling scene in this video was that one lady. I don't know which one it was. Was it the?
Was it the one that was like overweight and had short hair? Was that the one?
Whose bags under their eyes just said lonely? No,
freshly divorced.
Freshly divorced. Okay, so this other lady, old lady who's spinsters. We'll call them spinsters. That's a current term that's safe to use, is spinster. This one spinster.
Did you just say spinster is a current term?
Yeah, it's a current and acceptable term in 2025. We're going to use it all night long.
Okay.
Spinster. This one spinster, she had a dog that lived to 16 and then it drowned.
In the pool. In the pool.
Yes.
Which isn't funny, by the way.
It's not funny, but
the
that's
way it's
old
presented.
for a dog, and for a dog to die at 16 by drowning is pretty
rough.
Pretty rough.
When the producer of this program lost her pet of 16 years in a swimming pool accident,
oh my God,
she knew she wanted to get another dog. One that had similar looks and personality.
One who could swim.
She goes there and tries to psychically communicate with the dogs about if they have any experience with swimming.
Can you swim?
Okay, so she goes to the pound or like somewhere and adopts this like scruffy older dog, and they give it a haircut, and then she takes it, and the psychic shows up, or she pays the psychic to show up to kind of, and she's like, this dog was...
He lived with an old grandma.
He lived with an old lady who was bedridden, and this dog, like, oh, it's an older dog. And, you know, she was kind of guessing, like, that's an old lady dog. Mm-hmm. Who the old lady died, the dog ran out the back door, because I think it was a stray. And so it's like, these con artists, I mean, these psychics. Spinster psychics, animal-speaking spinster psychics are just, they're like.
Some of them might be con men. I think some of them are just sad people who are desperate to feel special. And they read these pets' body language, and they just convince themselves that they have special psychic powers.
Yeah, that's the ones that just keep it to themselves, though. The ones that, like, you can hire me to talk to your pet.
Yeah.
That's clearly, and it's stuff that cannot be verified. Yeah. If you like the dog, the dog belonged to an old lady. You can never prove that because the dog's not going to tell you.
Desperately wanted them to take that dog to one of the other psychics and get a different reading and see if anything matched.
Yeah.
I desperately wanted that.
Anita believes animals began confiding in her about their health back when she was a child, when a horse told her when and why he was going to be sick.
Did she split the money with the horse? I mean, that horse earned that money. He co-wrote the book.
Oh no, Rich, she talked to the horse, and the horse psychically told her, no, you keep all the money. You've earned it.
And then by keeping a journal once a week, if you get a chance to do that, that information is just going to keep cropping up so that you can give that to your veterinarian.
Yeah, go to your vet and tell them that your animal psychically told you what it wanted. See how that goes.
Very beneficial thing to do, and that's something people can do at home.
My dog wants, I can't get the message quite clear. Vicodin? Quantity 100. I don't know. Unlimited refills.
What else happened?
The lady knows where animals hurt because through prodding. the
right,
animals.
yeah.
So it's like once you.
Oh, yeah. Remember that one lady who had the overweight, like 18-year-old dog that kept jumping out of the back of her car?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, your dog's joints hurt.
Your dog's telling me its joints hurts. You're not guessing. The dog is specifically telling you this.
Not the fact that you should have like a box or something to be an extra step to get into your car that's 3 feet off the ground.
Right.
You're
Yes.
crazy.
That's why your dog's legs are not working right.
Mhm.
Your overweight elderly dog, you're making it jump out of the back of your pickup truck. Its legs are hurting. Ooh, I'm sensing pain.
Could she tell me what was wrong with my dog, especially the lameness in his front left paw? And she said, well, let's ask him what's wrong.
Come and stay. That's a good one, Derp.
I thought it was the dumbest thing going. And what
The
changed
dog's
my mind
legs hurt because he's constantly jumping in and out of her fucking car. And he weighs 600 pounds. She was right. She was absolutely right. His knees are shot.
There's a lot of anecdotes. There's a lot of, at the end of this, it's like...
It just goes on and
on and on and on. This time I talked to this horse. What was wrong with that horse?
Early on, there was a moment where they're like, it sounds like they're going to elaborate on the idea of talking with pets and how you can become psychic, have a psychic connection with your animal, but then it stays very vague. And then it does just become a series of people telling anecdotes. And there's no point.
I'm sure that, you know, the filmmakers, they go, well, okay, how do we make the connection? And then the answers they got, it wasn't much to work with. It was just feel connected to your pet.
Thousands of people now say they can communicate with animals. And these communicators don't claim to have mystical powers. They are not particularly psychic. They are just ordinary folks who have learned to listen to what animals have to say to them.
But also people who can own a horse or a llama or a huge burro.
A giant donkey.
A giant donkey. They have spending money. They have like, I don't want to waste it on like man-made medicine. I'm going to call the horse psychic.
That was a big ass.
It was a huge ass.
I was going to say that wasn't the only huge ass in this film.
They just kept it.
Cut to Sandy or whatever her name was.
Anita.
Anita Horsecock.
Anita Horsecock. My favorite character, next to Michael Palin.
Oh, that was Llama Lady.
Llama Lady.
AKA Llama Lady.
Yeah.
She felt so connected to the llamas she wanted to look like one.
Did you notice how she approached that llama though? It was like she got right in front of it and stopped and then slowly approached, because I bet if you sneak up on a llama, you might lose something. Or just get a nice spit in the eye.
That llama will kick her right in the
Oh, my pussy!
Oh, that's good. It's called llama trauma. Right to the labias.
Labia llama trauma.
You can't try to have sex with that llama anymore, Carol. You're not a llama.
I don't have a connection to it though.
Carol, you're not a llama. Now be in this video called Psychic Connection.
Stop making drama.
Stop making baby llama drama. Stop.
One of the psychics, like, or whatever.
Yeah.
The spinsters. That's right.
Spinster psychics.
Has been reborn as a whale.
Oh, right.
Many times.
More than once.
I do know that in my past lives I have been a whale many times. And
She
was a Cape Cod in the mid-80s.
Did she say she's been a whale many times?
Yeah, they dipped into reincarnation for no reason.
Which has nothing to do with.
I mean, because if you're into the psychic connection with pets thing, you're also into that kind of reincarnation.
Sure. I guess
Well, that's when it comes across more like, these lonely people, they have their pets and they want to feel connected to their pets, and there's like that weird, like, I want to be an animal feel to it. Like, I wish I was.
These early furries?
They're early furries, before furries had an outlet.
Furlies.
They just thought that they wanted to be an animal.
She's just the most amazing, powerful being I have ever come across.
If I can't physically be an animal, I will just form a psychic bond with my pet.
I suppose if you love something so much, you want to be a part of it. Like, people that dress up like their favorite characters from movies or TV shows, they want to be a part of it. These people love animals, clearly. They have them, and they consider them family and equals, and they want to feel so connected to them, they just dip over that reality line a little too far.
Yeah.
Because, we've all had pets, and we all feel connected to our pets.
Anyone that has a pet and loves an animal understands that unspoken bond with the animal, but they don't think that the animal is literally psychically talking to them.
Yes, that's the sanest way to say it.
They're more sane than the people that think they were like Na'vis in a past life.
A fictional James Cameron creation.
In a past life, I was a fictional animal in James Cameron's imagination.
I mean, on the spectrum of crazy, this is in the fine area. The harmless but interesting kind of area.
This is less sad crazy, or this is less like dangerous crazy, and more just kind of like a little sad.
A little sad, yeah.
Carol Gurney of Agoura, California, is one of the most widely known teachers of animal communication.
Princess Diana, what are you doing in this?
I had an animal driving my limo that night. He said he could drive. Toonses. Everyone thinks it was my driver, but I let the cat drive the car. Quick, Toonses, get away from the paparazzi.
Oh, I love humor. It's dark.
Oh, the pig.
The pig.
The pig got a hand job.
The pig.
We didn't need to see that.
The pig is all.
That's chapter 12. The pig got a hand job.
The pig got a hand job. Consensually.
Is that Hemingway or Faulkner? The pig got a hand job. Or is that W.E.
E.E. Cummings?
W.B. White? Who wrote Charlotte's Web? W.B. White?
I almost said
E.B. White.
E.B. White. I almost said E.G.
E.B.
Carroll.
White. It would have been a good
that's
joke.
Not right.
Or is that E.B. White?
Beverly Cleary.
Super fudge.
Or, not Orwell, Animal Farm?
George Orwell.
Or is it Orwell? Oh, the joke! I can't. My jokes are...
That pig could have been called Super Fudge.
Or is that one of the deleted scenes from Babe? James Cromwell. Cut that scene!
The part where my wife jerks off the horse. the pig. Or whatever the fuck. Cut it out of the movie.
Do we need the hand job scene?
George Kennedy, you're not making a Mad Max movie. This is a children's film.
George Miller.
George Miller.
Oh my God.
Damn it.
This is a night of forgetting names.
Not George Kennedy.
George Kennedy. That's a whole other
That's a whole
story.
other sweating pig.
If I could see a man jerking a giant hog off, it would be George Kennedy.
Come here, the hog in the hog.
Grabbing that giant hog.
But yes, it was consensual. That's the important part. The pig psychically told the lady to do this.
Because she's like, I'm gonna grab that hog, okay?
And she said, one of the things that I've always thought about was I've been afraid to touch because he's quite big, and I didn't know whether I could get hurt.
He's like, oink.
The pig said, it's okay to touch me.
At first the pig was like, leave me alone. She thought the pig was leave me alone, but the pig, like when the chickens would climb on its back and groom it and pick at its back.
Just peck at its fucking head.
And then she said, life is dull on the farm except for watching the chickens. They make life entertaining. She knew all this because the pig told her through psychic.
I'm having a blast.
And then the pig said, you want to come over? Come on over and touch me. Touch me down below. I'll roll over up my back, and you could touch me down in my nether regions.
Watch my tail go all whippy whappy.
Yeah. Grab that pig's Jimmy Dean sausage. Go to town on the farm. Unfortunately, my safe word is oink. Are you saying your safe word? No. I said your safe word no. Can you change your safe word to something different than oink? No. Oink.
Telepathically tell me the safe word. Oink all you want, but through your brains.
What is it?
Tallahassee.
My mom said when I was little, she would take me on nature walks, and she said that I would communicate to her, the dog said this, or the cat said that.
Is she in witness protection? Why is this so fucking dark? They cut off her power.
In editing, you need to distort her voice.
Well, I talked to my cat. My horse told me to kill my husband.
Welcome back, everyone, to this very special episode of Best of the Worst, Wheel of the Worst.
We're now about to meet a very special boy.
We're meeting a very special...
His name's Balloon Boy.
We called him Balloon Boy. His name is Macallan, the balloon animal. Twisted Secrets Revealed, and this is an instructional tape. Tim,
It is.
Tell us about Macallan's balloon animal fiasco.
Well, it's Macallan Jr. Just
very
because
important.
Macallan might not be very proud of his
He doesn't want to be associated with balloon animals.
It's very important that we know that out there somewhere is a very disappointed father.
I'm gonna give him credit. He's explaining this all very accurately.
Yeah. Some people I notice are getting very.
It's just a shame that he looks like an adult baby.
Michael will teach you the art of manipulating balloons into colorful works of art. He is a 2-time world balloon twisting champion. Wow.
Is it championship?
There's a contest for everything.
His dad told him he was, okay?
He's good at twisting, not as much pronunciation and
Oh, that's mean, man. I wouldn't have gone that low.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad sometimes too.
That's below the belt. That's very hard to find.
Yes, it is.
But he is like hitting. He hits both the sides, teaching children and seniors the art of balloon twisting.
Does it say that on there?
Yes, it does.
Seniors? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I guess that makes sense then, because we were watching the video, and it's like this feels like it's aimed at, like him trying to teach other entertainers, people trying to entertain children.
Sure.
That's what it feels like it should be.
Well, who would watch a video?
But I don't know, but yeah, he's wearing like a little fucking propeller beanie, and he looks like a clown, and he's like talking, like he's talking down to children.
Okay, the bunny rabbit. This is a great balloon to learn, especially around the Easter holiday. This balloon, everybody goes, wow.
Which is also how you talk to elderly people. So I guess it makes sense that that's why he presents himself the way that he does.
Yes.
Fun fact, in addition to this, there are 3 other balloon making videos we got in. One of them is hosted by a clown.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks like a clown, dress-wise.
Yeah. He's dressing with frivolity. He just shouldn't wear a suit and a tie.
He's giving himself a balloon making brand.
Right.
Yeah.
Memorable. He doesn't want to be just some other guy who does balloon animals, just like a regular suit or something.
Yeah.
He's got a look, he's got a persona, he's got a stage name. He's the balloon animal.
Yeah.
Although vaguely clever.
We kept calling him Balloon Boy. I don't know where that came from.
But you look at him, he's wearing the beanie. He looks like a balloon boy.
He looks
And
like
he has
should
the
be
colors
Balloon
of a balloon
Yeah.
on his clothes.
Yeah. Early on, I was questioning if we should be laughing at this man.
Why?
And?
Well, you know.
And look at me. What a nice hat.
You know. We can just leave it at that. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Kind of has like a Stallone face.
Oh, yeah.
Now, making a basic dog, I want you to know
That's the only way he resembles Stallone. Just to be clear.
Just right
here.
Yeah. He might be Stallone's illegitimate child.
He does look a lot like
eyes.
Stallone, yeah. He does have Stallone eyes.
Yeah.
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 The eyes.
If he just made a few different choices in his life, he's gonna been Sylvester Stallone right now.
His accent. He has a thick
He has an accent. We kept saying New York. I looked on the back. He is Massachusetts, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, he has that very thick accent, and he's talking as if he's talking to children.
And also, what I'm going to show you, this is a Sharpie marker. This is a permanent Sharpie marker, which what I created the eyes with.
And he's dressed the way he's dressed, and he's making many, 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 many sexual innuendos.
Maybe that's the twisted part.
Unintentional.
And just give it a little bit of a tug there. And there we go. We have about 6 inches right there. And just make sure it's kind of soft so we have some room there. And we're going to take it and we're going to put it right through. By doing this one, you're going to feel like an expert. Some people I notice are getting very close to the edge and they're running out of balloon. Don't blink, you might miss it. Now this you got to be a little bit careful with because these balloons do stretch a little bit, but you don't want to pull it too hard because we don't want it to burst. We're going to take the front leg
I want it to burst.
behind legs.
He's a Freudian slip.
And one way to do that, you can stretch out the balloon a little bit, or you can just
Or a Freudian pop.
the front leg, you take the behind legs, and you want to, I take my hand and I put it in the bottom.
no.
Balloon boy! And then reverse scissors. The twisted secret is, it's like, what I say can also be taken sexually.
Yeah.
It's like he's scissoring these balloons left and right.
I want you to take your fingers, and we're going to make like a little scissor action right here. We're going to go about 2 inches, and we're just going to squeeze the bubble.
Is this like a secret fetish video or aphrodisiac video? People put it on to get all hot and bothered.
I was saying it felt like an early ASMR video. All those sounds of those balloons squishing and squeaking.
Yeah. That's a different purpose. That's the twisted secret.
I'm sure there's somebody out there who would take it that way. I don't know that this particular video is intended that way.
I think Balloon Boy is very pure and sincere in his attempts to teach children how to make balloon animals.
It takes perverted people like us to look at this and say, that looks like a vagina.
That's true.
Balloon Boy's too innocent to make that connection.
Yes.
He's not thinking about that. He's thinking about how to entertain the children.
He's
by making giant balloon vaginas.
That's the question is, are you supposed to watch this to learn how to do balloon animals as a fellow professional? If so, why not speak to your audience as fellow professionals?
Right.
Hey, it's me, Michael the Balloon Boy. Listen, guys, okay, here's how we do this dog thing. I'm going to show you real quick, okay? Because the kids, they're going to be yelling at you. There's going to be things going off. You got to focus, or here, fold one, blah, blah, blah. But instead, he's like I said during the screening, kids want a balloon animal. They don't want to know how to make one. They just want you to make it for them and give it to them so they can go, look at this. And I don't know about seniors. I'm not sure the senior angle here.
They're just happy that someone's visiting them.
I think maybe, he visits a senior center and look at balloon animals. Oh. Yeah. Also,
they're
with the arthritis and everything, they're not making balloon animals. So why the downspeak? Why not talk to us fellow balloon professionals, balloon professionals? I don't want to be talked to like a child.
And here you have it, a fully inflated balloon. Notice that it's 2 inches wide.
Did you just say a gay slur? What did he say?
I did wait for them because he's sitting down. He's clearly sitting down through this whole thing. We get this weird over-the-shoulder shot, kind of an awkward angle. Well, because he's a balloon boy?
Yeah.
Well, no, I was just waiting for the camera to pull out wide enough to reveal that he's not wearing any pants.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that he has no leg.
Jay, it doesn't
That
matter.
was a theory, too, that he didn't have legs, and that he had, balloon legs.
Balloon legs.
He made it, he folded himself some balloon legs.
That's
He
the
lost his
twisted
legs
secret.
to diabetes, so then he made himself balloon legs.
Jay, you could pull the camera all the way out, and you still wouldn't be able to tell this man was wearing pants, okay?
This is a good example of using the twist, fold, and twist method.
This is what he says on a date. You want to see my basic dog?
Yeah, he's putting a condom on. He accidentally uses one of his balloons.
Some of you call it missionary. I call it basic dog.
You want the 2-inch slip or what? And let's say he was like he was a war hero. He fought in like Iraq, or
The
Vietnam,
balloon wars
the
of
balloon wars.
Iwo Jima.
And
Now, the only thing that gets him through the day
he got his
is
legs blown off.
the joy of making balloon animals for children.
Yeah.
And here we are mocking him.
His legs got blown off, and then he gained like 100 pounds. And the only thing he could do is I could work with my hands. He was a guy who disarmed bombs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that he was really good at it. Well,
Drop one.
Except for
The
one.
one it dropped.
One day he wasn't really good at it, but then.
But he's good with his hands.
Good
That's
with
the
his
key.
hands.
Yeah.
And then he went on to make balloons, and that's his story.
This man is a hero, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It could
Do you
be.
think other balloon artists are angry at this secret reveal?
The twisted secrets.
Yeah.
Well,
Just like,
considering
how
there are
fucking
3 other
dare you.
balloon making videos, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'll find out when they were released. Because if this is after that.
Balloon animal making videos.
Yeah, it's a thing.
You said balloon making videos.
Oh.
That would be a video about how they make balloons. Balloon animal making videos. I just want to make sure he's got the facts right. And then he went on to make balloons.
Just let a little bit of air out to make it a little softer, and you should be fine.
But I mean, that hat was versatile. You had you could wear it one way, or you could have the chin strap.
You could wear it as like a jock strap.
Yeah.
He can.
That's
but
what
maybe
he was
someone
wearing,
else could.
actually.
Oh. Balloon undies.
But every time you move,
Extra cushion.
it's making all those noises.
Sitting around in your balloon diapers.
And you need to change them once they pop.
Yeah.
It's need new freshness.
He knows he soiled himself.
Why are we being so mean to Balloon Boy?
It's the balloon animal.
He's Balloon Boy.
Because we're losers with nothing better to do.
That's fair. That's fair.
Now, if you notice right here, it's starting to take some shape already. You have the nose and you have the ears.
Turn it upside down. It looks like something else.
Now what I want you to do is
Put some Crisco on it, and you can fuck it.
And that's the next 45 minutes of the video.
The twisted secret.
45, Jay?
That's the next 20 seconds of the video.
This guy loves balloons a lot.
You want me to see me fuck this balloon? It looks like a pussy.
So it's a dog.
Cheap sex toys at home. Save money.
Make them out of balloons, no one will ever know.
You'll find out if you have a latex allergy soon.
Oh. But does Balloon Boy bring more joy to the world or less joy?
Oh, more.
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 I was giggling through this whole video. It was definitely a fun, entertaining watch.
Do you want to take the long backtrack or beeline back to your campsite?
Do you know why I first published this system over 15 years ago?
Our final tape of the night was called Never Get Lost.
Ironically,
Yeah.
We were all
lost.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's never ! Then an entirely new sentence says get lost.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they got this all screwed up. No, money down. Oops, shouldn't have this bar association logo here either.
But your card clearly says no money down. No! Money down! Yes, so
he's saying, will you understand this video? Never get lost.
Never. Now get lost.
Yeah.
Punctuation matters.
Yeah.
Commas
Yeah.
matter. In this particular case, by...
That is an amazing photo of him.
I mean, come on. This video is so weird. We were wondering whether or not it was a prank.
Yes.
The video
It still
itself.
might be. I'm still not sure.
That's the forward azimuth going in this direction, but we need to come back the other way. So we add 110 to 180 because 180 is the opposite direction.
I think it's a prank. I think you're right.
I swear to God, the box said no math, right?
Yeah.
There's a fucking buttload of math.
Nothing but math.
The all-new video of a proven, simple, stay found system
It's not a don't get lost system. It's a stay found system.
Okay.
Yes, the opposite of get lost.
Yeah.
System used by the military for 20 years. Now, you can do this trick.
No, I can't. I really can't.
Walk or drive in any direction in any vehicle, day or night, with no maps, period. When finished, my system will beeline you back to your starting point without your having to backtrack.
Each travel vector consists of a
This method looks pretty easy.
line a certain distance long.
You gotta be a mathematician.
In a certain direction.
No math!
This is the form you use to gather travel data as you walk in the woods. First,
Oh no, I thought it was easy. You said it was easy.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
in the two shaded middle columns, you subtract the starting
No,
time
I
from the
can't.
finish time to find your total time on the right.
Rest for 0 minutes.
For each and every travel vector.
What?
Jay?
I legit don't know how to explain this. It's some guy's explanation of how to not get lost using compasses and string and fucking the sun and knives poking into your fingers and shadows. I legit do not understand any single element of this entire video.
No need for maps. Wrong.
No, he doesn't use a map.
Nope.
But I guess you do need a piece of paper that you draw lines on, which one could argue is kind of a map.
Yes.
This part's a lie. No need for daylight because he uses the
You
night
need daylight
make
to
the
know
shadow.
where the sun is shining.
But
yeah.
he doesn't use a map because he says maps. There's true north and there's magnetic north, and then like in order to use a map, maps just point to true north, so you get all messed up if you're not doing it right.
One of the many graphs in the video explains this.
Yeah.
No math. False.
That's incorrect.
Super false.
The whole thing is math, and I'm not even sure if it's correct.
The distance and time are important for the length of the stick, and the direction of 45 degrees is found with the compass.
He made this. This is like a prank video, right?
Here's the thing. You need to meticulously keep track of how long you were walking and write down how long you were walking and how long you rested and subtract how long you were rested from how long you were walking. And then you also need to meticulously keep track of every time you turn even a little bit, you need to keep track of what angle you turned and how long before you turned at that angle. And you write this all down in a notebook so you can do the equation at the end, figure out which way to go to get home.
That's the confusing part is one of many, but when he's talking about like the literal time that you've been walking. Like you need to know when you've been walking for 10 minutes. If you're in the middle of nowhere, you're not keeping track of time. If you don't have a watch on you, I don't know.
No, you can have a watch on you.
He did have a nice digital watch on him.
There's nothing, he doesn't say you can't have a watch.
Okay.
See, Rich, we had a terrible realization while watching this, was that is everything he's saying really smart, and we're all just too dumb to understand it. And I'm thinking, like, he's not good at making a video explaining his crackpot stuff, but if I were lost in the woods with him, I would feel very safe.
Are country folk watching this and go, yep.
Finally, somebody put it in simple terms.
Yes. You got to multiply your travel vector by the square root of 93.
I'd say, sir, you guide the way. Do whatever you need to do to get us back to the point A. I'll trust you. Because he's got his stuff figured out.
Does he, though?
He probably does.
He might have it figured out, or he might be a crackpot. Like, this is a case where I'm not sure if we are too dumb to understand what he is saying.
Yes.
We are normal-ass people. When we go to the woods, we're gonna like go through a hike on the pre-made forest preserve trails. We're not going out in the middle of the fucking wilderness in Montana. This video, the audience for this is like militia members and preppers, not us.
I guess.
Can't we just go on a nice vacation?
No.
We're just leaving the Hotel Herald.
The second time I
don't need the protractor.
I turned and I went 3.6 miles out at 100 degrees. We find 100 degrees, we mark it there, and we just measure 3.6 per miles.
Are we just really stupid?
We might be. We might be.
All that he is teaching you to do somehow is to get back from where you started. So if the helicopter drops you off in the middle of nowhere, this is just going to find you back to the point where you were.
So it's basically
you don't find your way out.
You're starting at point A and you want to go out and go a bunch of right angles and zigzags, and eventually make it back to point A without getting lost.
Yeah.
That's his thing. But it's not a survival video. It's a don't get lost while recreationally hiking.
And if the entire point of the video is just to get you back to the original point you started from, you could still be lost if you don't know where you are to begin with.
Well, yeah. I think the point is you know where you're starting from.
I
like
guess.
your base camp in the woods with your other militia member.
Yeah.
I got to go do security detail for 8 knots clicks, around 10 clicks around base camp. Don't get lost, bro. Check it out. Check out the woods, bro. Don't get lost. 8 clicks, 10 clicks around the base camp. Oh God, where's my Sharpie? Where's my protractor? I better count my steps. I got
Where's my knife for shade on my fucking thumbnail?
I remember somewhere I heard the best advice if you're lost in the woods. If you find a river or stream,
I was gonna say this.
Just follow it.
Oh, sure.
Because wherever the river or stream goes, it will more than likely lead to some kind of settlement or town or road. Just follow the stream. Don't ignore it and keep going. Follow the stream. It'll lead to something because all cities, towns, communities, everything, roads, infrastructure, all are based around running water. But if
he does mention being lost in the desert at one point in this video.
Yes,
but he kind of brushes over that.
So yeah, but the math. Why the math? Why?
It makes sense to him.
It might make sense to him. The one thing I will say is his advertisement of easy to understand and use. No.
Sounds technical and complicated, but don't worry.
Yeah, I kept thinking of the famous Vincent Price "Easy as 1, 2, 3" photography video.
Ideal distance for your main subject is between 15 and 22 feet from the camera. Foreground object at 6 feet with a main object at from 15 to 22 feet.
This is part 2, section B.
but quicker paced and with sound effects.
Yeah, weird sound effects.
Find your way back to the house on the hill. Alas, it's not haunted.
Pull out your protractor. Not 37 degrees, 26 degrees.
True north is off 24 degrees.
Make sure to calculate for your right lean.
Don't do a sloppy circle. Right circle.
It's that video.
Yeah.
In some other form.
It's easy, this video, it's easy as 1, 2, 3 to never get lost.
As I walk around the lake, I create 3 straight travel vectors. The PAL system is vital for vehicle travel because you could break down. See the map here again and create some more. 5.2 miles on travel where I am in relation to where I was going, but that's okay. If you've been to PAL systems same for drivers and double check your map. Every time you make a horizontal turn, take down a neutral line our way from look at the diagram, plus the magnetic direction detour around the west magnetic bearing with the dotted line of the sharp right turn to B line back to starting new the final solution doesn't arrive. Start the next 3 vectors to get the right distance almost off the travel build. You're going to see that form help.
But the problem is though, there's no easy way to just correct for magnetic north. It becomes more complicated, like the time of the year, the way the Earth is turned, and all this stuff. Which that's the part to me that makes sense, where it's like the math comes into play.
Yeah.
Because I get the true north and magnetic north thing. If you're looking at a map and you're like, oh, I have to go 10 miles north, and you just start walking straight magnetic north, it's going to be different than your map, unless it's summer.
And then it's going to be different
magnetic
from
north slightly this way, and then you have to like do
go north, but not magnetic north.
And then I kind of understand it, but shouldn't it be a little simpler?
You'd wish.
Like how did like Lewis and Clark do this shit? Like
Oh.
how the fuck did they?
That's,
not know?
that's why they got.
the
That's why they had to hire a Native American to show them where to go, and then they took all the credit for discovering all of the things that the Native Americans knew about.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm losing my body.
We could be stupid. I'm leaving that out there. We could be morons, but I don't think he did a very good job of explaining it.
Sure.
He threw all of this information out there in the most confusing way possible.
He cut himself off.
No explanation. You put this chart here with these numbers, then look at all these zigzag lines. What? Stop. Explain what you're doing.
Yeah, jarring editing at points, and awkward sound effects. It's
when we watch this stuff, we're all talking and we're kind of not.
I was trying to pay attention to this though. I was like actively trying to understand it.
1 mile and 6/10. When we travel 1 mile and 6/10 in this direction, at 290 degrees, we're going to wind up back where we started.
Okay.
Pass this tough test,
And you'll join over.
I think he's just a poor teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, he might understand completely.
Yeah, he understands completely. It makes perfect sense to him. He just does a shit job of explaining it.
Sometimes you're in a place where no natural travel vector material is available, so you bring your own rope. I'm going to cut a travel vector for you equal to 15 minutes of travel in one direction. This rope then goes down against my boot. The whole boot equals 10 minutes, and a half a boot equals 15
Why
minutes.
does your boot equal 10 minutes?
Because it's his footsteps.
Does it take you 10 minutes to take a step?
Doesn't your travel time depend on who you are and how fast you're walking?
Multiplying it.
That's 15 minutes of travel right there. You can lay this down in a straight line on the ground in the direction in which you originally traveled.
On a map? What is this?
What the fuck is he doing?
Map. Yep, that's a length of time. Like a full boot is 10 minutes, and then a half boot is another 5.
Was he saying that as in like if you break it down to scale, like
Yeah.
I think he meant you could actually use your foot to help you measure this. Every step you when you're trying to figure out where you are, like if you use the yarn, every boot length is that 10 minutes you walked.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is what he's trying to say.
That means you have to like scale things
You have
down.
to have a
like,
smaller version of what.
but he didn't say what the scale difference was. I don't know.
He does a shit job of explaining any of this.
I mean, if you have tiny fucking feet, I mean, unless it doesn't matter what the boot size is. It's just
Whatever your foot size is, I think that's supposed to be 10 minutes of walking.
yeah.
Does
You
that
need
equate to your step?
no, just the minutes that you've walked. You gotta always. That's the most important thing. You need to know the time that you've walked.
He had that yarn and he was laying it out like I walked for 30 minutes, and that's
3
Laying
moves.
it-
my
laying it
foot
out on
this
what?
many times on the ground. He was just laying it out on the fucking ground in the woods.
What does that mean?
I don't know, because he did a shit job of explaining it.
Because at that point,
That's what a boot is. It's 10 minutes.
Because
that's
also-
the important thing. I guess. I don't know. He explained it shittily.
once you stop walking, unless it's for resting, even if it is for resting, you don't add that in because it's zeros. But you must turn at a degree. You must, but you gotta know which degree that you turned, because that is that is also important.
See, my brain is trying to explain it like Jay's brain is trying to go. Like when you have a map and you have the legend in the corner, and it's like 1 inch equals 200 miles.
Yes, that's what we're missing in this video.
And when it's
But
like,
it's the
yes,
boot.
a boot.
One shoe equals 10 minutes.
Oh, I gotta
what does that
extend this
mean?
line
Where
out.
is the bigger and smaller version that the. No need for a map unless you need a map.
And a whole
What do you
shitload
put
of
the
math.
rope on? A map.
No, you use the ground. You don't need the actual. You just need to know what direction you need to walk and how long you need to walk it.
Yeah, it just means you don't need a physical map.
Yeah.
Also, they
You
say
just
day
create
and
your own
night.
map.
I mean, you know,
I guess you don't need to buy a map and carry one with you if you constantly keep track of the degrees and time you're walking meticulously in a notebook everywhere you go at all times in case you should happen to get lost.
That was one interesting thing. Like the degrees that the sun moves is 1 degree every 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But you still need the sun to help find where the fucking degrees are. So once he's like in night or day, night, I think you're fucked. Because you don't know unless that is the time that you will rest and you're not going to move.
You gotta wait till morning.
Period. Yes.
That's volume 2. Star charts made easy.
There you go. And then we turn your eyes to
Get
the
your
stars.
sextant out. And
Yep.
Look at the constellations.
That's right, Vincent. Cassiopeia is in retrograde.
Oh, God. You have to learn every astronomical star organization.
Constellation.
A constellation at every time of the year.
Keep track of your return vectors in case you have to build a second diagram. That way, you'll never get lost.
Thank you for watching me.
I'm guaranteed to get lost.
Jesus Christ!
What good is it if you can?
I just don't know.
I've never been more lost.
Yeah, I never. On the video called Never Get Lost.
Did you know that you can put a pen light to the top of your knife sheath and then just flip the switch so you can see all the time at night what's going on under your feet? Another thing.
Tape a flashlight to your knife that aims down. He told you a life hack there, Rich. You can always see your feet. This guy's.
I think he's insane.
He
might be insane.
Is this whole video just gobbledygook? And you bought it, and you're like, your wife is mad at you, like you bought it, and you're just like, I'm learning things, honey.
If I watch it a couple hundred more times, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Wow, everybody. What a bunch of videos tonight. Look at me! What? We have 3 tapes here, and we have to choose which one is best of the worst. And might I remind you again, it's for any reason.
Never. Get lost.
Oh, was that 2 unrelated statements?
Yes.
You're not going to pick.
I'm not going to pick one. And get lost.
You're telling me to get lost. Okay, Tim.
Okay, I enjoyed the escalation of each film. It was like, this was drab, just like, the animals. Then it's like, you gotta scissor some balloons. And then it was intense, like, wait, what the fuck is going on? So I'm gonna have to go Lost. Not with me, you're not. Or whatever the fuck it's called. Because you could learn something from the balloons. I mean, I know as much as I want to know what my cats are telling me, so those ladies can hopefully find love sometime soon.
They can make a connection that's not psychic.
Yeah.
Yes, but
preferably not with a pig.
And that it would be okay to touch him again. She said, I'm thrilled. And she said, after the show, I'm on my way up and I want to go visit him.
But the Lost...
Jerking off a pig.
The Lost one, it's like, I know that I'm going to talk about it to other people. I'm going to be like...
Does this make sense to you?
Yeah, or not even that, just like, ugh. But so I'm
going
going
to
to go with that.
proselytize, you're going to walk up to people, have you heard of Paul?
Yeah. How many minutes have you walked? And what degree did you turn? Because I can find your way back to where you started.
Right. Get out your Sharpie.
Yeah.
Have sermons. We will find the way home.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, maybe start my own religion.
Yeah.
Based off of.
That's quite the leap from this tape. Start from never get lost to starting your own religion.
Of not ever getting lost. It's like the religion of knowing where you are.
Yeah. Jay.
I gotta go with Twisted Secrets Revealed, Volume 1.
The Balloon Boy
Balloon
video.
Boy was my favorite character of the night.
And then pull out and push again. And I want you to keep on doing this until
we made fun of him a lot, but there is a purity to him. He seemed like a guy that just really liked teaching how to make balloon animals. There was an innocence to him. And he was articulate in how he explained how to make his balloon animals.
Very well in explaining how to make balloon animals.
He's
yes.
easy to make fun of just because of the way he was dressed and the way he presented himself and the
how
way
he
he
knocked
talked and everything about who he is as a person. But he was sincere about his balloon animals, and I appreciated that. Mike?
Yeah, this is a hard one.
Okay,
this
it's
is a
fine.
really hard one because they're all interesting. I feel more sorry for the spinsters.
Mm-hmm.
It's less like laugh at and more just kind of sad. So I can find no best of in that. Like
Yeah.
the best of the worst.
They
you know?
didn't feel like crackpots where you're like, fuck these people, they're scam artists.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Maybe one of them was,
Yeah.
but definitely not all of them.
I felt more kind of like pity. Like when people tell stories about ghosts, how they believe in ghosts, I feel sad for them. It's like, you believe that, right? You believe that you saw a spirit. Yeah. And I feel very sad for them.
Sure.
And I feel sad for these ladies. And it's a toss-up between Balloon Boy and Never Get Lost. I have the same sentiment with that you have, Jay, about Balloon Boy, is purity.
Yeah.
If my heart was a shriveled up balloon, he would have blown it up to where it was full again.
And then tied it to a twisty knot.
But I don't know. I've never seen anything quite like Never Get Lost, and it was on the level of It's Easiest 1, 2, 3 with Vincent Price, to where I was like, I guess when we don't know if the video is a joke, that is indeed a golden asterisk next to the title.
You can give it to the Balloon Boy, and I'd be glad to have a tie tonight.
I'm not giving anything to the Balloon Boy.
Oh, so you're between the psychic pets and the...
No, I'm going Never
Oh,
Get Lost.
okay.
You told me to get lost. You never said your actual title.
I said never get lost, and I'm sticking with it.
That is your pick.
That's my
for
pick.
best. Okay.
That's my pick.
All right, our pick for best of the worst is Never Get Lost. Jay has given it to Balloon Boy.
Mm-hmm.
The whole night he wanted to give it to Balloon Boy. And
he would be ready for you.
And he did.
Scissor ready.
Scissoring and...
You wanted to scissor Balloon Boy?
Making his little
Apple
poodle
knots.
balls and...
Tulip knot.
Tulip knots, nipples. That kinky fucker.
Were you
noses.
aroused by all the sexual references in the balloon video? Is that really it? Or do you just like respect his honesty? And
I respect him as an artist. I don't care what anyone says about Balloon Boy.
Jay does like pervert porn.
take our finger, put it inside.
Oh yeah, I guess it has that weird kink vibe to it. All that latex and rubber, all those dicks, all those rubber big inflatable dicks.
So many things going into
dick
other
nose
things.
giraffe.
There were so many, like, if I zoomed in frames, like all over the place.
Oh, you're gonna get our video demonetized.
I know,
We'll be kicked off YouTube.
The YouTube algorithm won't know what's filthy X-rated porn and what's not.
Google's
What's
gonna
a
kick
real
us off the
nipple and what's a
planet.
balloon nipple?
Is this a vagina or an inflatable bear?
It's bunny ears. It's not a vagina.
Because, we might make fun of him and say, he's a virginal man who lives in his parents' house still, but maybe he's just a big old playa.
And there we go. We have about 6 inches right there.
Well, he's Balloon Boy for his job, but at night,
Fatty Arbuckle.
He puts on his coat. Yeah.
Balloon Boy by day, Balloon Man by night.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Balloon
He
playa.
goes out to the clubs and he's Balloon Boy. What you doing tonight? we make fun of him thinking he's with his propeller hat and everything, but He's just a smooth.
He's got a propeller down there.
He's a smooth
got a rudder.
ladies' man at night, and he's just laughing at us.
That's fair.
Everybody is laughing at us, Spike. That's our job. They're not laughing with us.
I thought they were laughing with us. They're laughing at
We're
us.
pathetic and old. We're very pathetic and old.
I shaved for this.